नमस्कार, आप सुन रहे हैं ये पुस्तक बक ब्लू पर।
Chapter 7 Spinning in Success. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. 12th Night William Shakespeare. In life, many a time we tend to take the easier route to success, even though we know that something is not correct. But we never voice our opinion out of an apprehension of antagonizing others. The world is changing all around us with modern technology. Each era with a new beginning gives us the opportunity to acknowledge success and take up challenges. People become great when they live and die, for some cause which is greater than their own aspirations. Even if one cannot do much for the cause, the very nature of a just cause discourages apathy and draws people to it. We need to ask ourselves, are we a uniting factor for causes or a dividing one? Can we say that we play a positive role, that our attitudes are positive and have a sense of self-satisfaction and self-esteem? Does your happiness depend on your choice only because you want to be a part of the issue? Or is it because you just want to follow the crowd, so to say? This is important in the human context because unlike other creations, we have the intellect and freedom of choice. We may not be able to choose our circumstances in life, but can make our own decisions based on our own sense of right or wrong. Every person has hidden possibilities, which are often undiscovered. When we overcome the weakness of failure and realize that life as a whole is very valuable, and that if one part fails, it does not mean that the whole is a failure, we could say that we have attained some form of enlightenment. We need to block ourselves against an overbearing negative attitude. A person can reinvent and make life fruitful. Possibilities can be turned into success and problems into a stepping stone. Character and attitudes can thus be redefined as a positive step towards success. And with success, life can go beyond death. You can become a new you, and dreams can be achieved. A person's value system needs to be strong and can be weaved into faith to enhance the possibility of success. Striving for success can be a result of inner growth. There is no need to push and shove to reach the pinnacle. We do not work to finish the task, but to do it well and to enjoy every step in its progress. Each person is unique, and it is imperative to develop that as an individual if you are a worthwhile person, a capable person, and a good human being. When you achieve success, material gain follows automatically. It becomes the byproduct. Perseverance is the key to success. The person who wins is the same one who never gives up. You have to be smart and intelligent to seize the opportunity to achieve success. Being born rich is not necessary to achieve success. There are people with disabilities like Helen Keller, or people who rose from abject poverty like Henry Ford and Abraham Lincoln. They all had to fight against odds and a success of their life vitae. You can become a success in more than one field by your inner traits and attributes. A splendid example is that of Leonardo da Vinci, painter, sculptor, engineer, mathematician, and philosopher. You can change your path if the one you are following at the moment is not working. You could channelize your efforts to do something different. You need to love yourself may sound selfish, but then who will love you if you do not love yourself? You have to look after and train your mind, body, soul, emotions, and have to take charge of your life so that you do not feel ignored or embarrassed anymore. Spend time with people who have achieved this stage. Reconfirm that you are neither better nor worse than any other in the world, and have equal priority to the divine right to live a life of dignity and worth in this world. We cannot live up to someone else's expectations or vision from the time we are born. We have always been taught to live our lives by the way the world tells who we should be, what our life should be. But in truth, the fact is that we are what we are with our inherent individuality, and we should have our own style and approach for life and living. No one else can be who you are. Share your life and success with others. With that, you would enrich your own lives and that of others. Caring and sharing give great satisfaction. When we go beyond our physical capacity and live for something better and bigger, then and then only, you become highest you. To spin in success, we need to develop our attitude towards self-evaluation and motivate ourselves towards doing something meaningful. Soon after a child is born, she starts to learn the approved patterns of behavior of the society into which the child is born and brought up. And likewise, one person learns from the other. Attitudes are learned through life experience, and thus the behavior pattern of the individual is formed and creates a value system and beliefs of the person and makes him act in a particular way. The person is, so to say, prototyped. This status can hardly power excellence or brilliance or super success. To achieve such heights, there must be a trace of the maverick in you, a certain extraordinary deviation from the ordinary. This requires extra effort along with proper intervention, guidance, and determination. Before you think of becoming great, you have to think yourself as an entity apart from the ordinary, ensconced on the loftiest crest, impeccable. In other words, seeing yourself with new eyes, growing to the highest level without having to prove anything to anybody, self-actualized, exhibiting steadfastness of purpose, confidence, and a sense of inner pride. You will gain mastery in anything which you want to do if you advance confidently in the direction of your own dreams and endeavor to lead the life you have always wanted to. A confident person masters art of being at the level of his or her perceived life and destiny and the attainment of lifelong dreams. Success is also a direct consequence of the value that you give to your time and how fruitfully you spend it. The present is the only time you will ever have if you use up the present in mere planning, calculating, wishing, and dreaming of a golden future. The future can never come up to your expectations. If you always live in dreams of the future, it becomes the only purpose of life. Thinking about the future and planning is necessary, but for that, the action has to start now, logically and realistically. Who wants to live in absentia? You have to stop idealizing the future and take action now to be able to achieve it, no matter at what age or in which stage you are. The trap of future needs to be broken by beginning to live fully today. It is a skill which we have to develop by cherishing the past fondly and learning lessons from past mistakes so as not to repeat them. But then you also need to say goodbye to the past and live in the present. Working towards the goals of the future. It is an attitude that one has to inculcate. Thinking is considered as what makes us human, and ability makes us elevate ourselves beyond being ordinary. Some feel trapped and cannot control their situation because they are unable to make correct choices, resulting in self-defeating thoughts emerging from their own minds which choke their effort to break free. As your thoughts are your own creation, do not fear them but rather accept, understand, and use the genesis of their birth for course corrections and greater impetus in your efforts for self-actualization. Once the understanding is clear that emotions and thoughts are linked to the perception of your level of success or failure, you will be able to understand them better, be ready to have that attitude to tackle with success all circumstances or hurdles that you may have to face in future. Identifying instincts and intuitions also contributes to success. Our ability to know ourselves comes from learning how to consult our inner ability, then developing the confidence of relying on it completely. If we feel that external rewards are controlling us and our efforts and clashing with internal signals, then we must know that we allowed it to happen. Keep a few things in mind. We need to create our own identity. The need for self-respect and respecting others is fundamental to every human being. Human beings do not function well without a sense of belonging. Being loved and needed is also a primary requirement of a person. The need to feel productive and useful is very crucial. You must relax and have buzz moments with your friends and family, or even by yourself. There is no need for conformity all the time. You must pay heed to your own sense of justice. Make a special effort to find the truth in any matter. There is a need to seek out information for decision-making. We need to cultivate a sense of purpose and meaning in life. Without it, we would feel empty and unfulfilled. There is no need to impress anyone else. The more you are yourself, the more likely you will feel purposeful and significant in your life. Do not settle for less than you might become. If you know you are self and you are conscious of your core beliefs, and they are in line with your purpose, effort, and drive, you are a winner because it is a reality and a condition which gives you the attitude and ability to think of yourself as a winner. Be confident that you can achieve great success by relying on yourself. This state energizes your subconscious mind, which accepts that picture and propels your conscious mind to make it come true. Have the confidence to believe that nothing can get you down permanently, and that even if you face a temporary setback, you will bounce back again and again. It is said that we continue doing many things until we find that which gives us joy and happiness and a sense of fulfillment. We do this often in spite of apparently having everything. We go on seeking such moments interminably because inside us the soul needs to be eternally satisfied, and once it is happy we look for another source of fulfillment. We need to step up our inner power, which can do incredible things, which sometimes people call miracles. Never think down, but always look up, as the Almighty molds life exactly as deservedly it should be. Rekindle the positives and life-sustaining enthusiasm always, and never indulge in gloomy thoughts. One has to try a lot, spend a lot of effort, before we can deserve to achieve success. In difficult situations, if everything fails, you still have. You left to believe that there is an answer to every problem, and there is a solution. There is no need to force an answer. Keep your mind relaxed. Tension blocks off the logic. Pause. Process. Solutions will come. Think and analyze the situation. Solutions will come to you clearly. We often let our emotions cloud our judgment. When you encounter problems, become logically analytic. Do not start with a presumption of who is wrong, but try to analyze what is wrong and where you are at this moment. Do listen to your inner signals. Assess the thoughts and receive the invaluable divine guidance of your inner self. Visualize success and achievements, because creative spiritual thinking has an amazing power to give you the right answers. Take the advice of your coach and mentor, but take life and problems in your own hands. Great energy exists in the human mind, and with its potential, an average individual is capable of much greater achievements than he can realize. Develop a strong mental shield to ward off negative feelings, for tough times never last, but tough people do. Believe in God and in yourself. Never react emotionally. Use logic and the intuition of your inner self to react and proact. Trials and tribulations are there to test our mettle. Always believe that you can take it, you can make it, and you will find out that you definitely can. If you can think about failures, then you can certainly think about success for your own benefit. You must always think that you can. Some tips towards success: build up. Build up calmness of mind by thinking calm thoughts and talking calm words. Build up a source of constant energy. Build up emotional stability. Build up a belief that the best is yet to happen. When you are clear in your mind what you want to achieve in life and devote yourself wholeheartedly to it, then only the best can happen. Positivity of attitude teaches us not to reject an idea or a possibility outright. Detach from things and people that enslave you and limit your freedom. We do things better when we put our heart into it. We need to trust our gut feeling. Watch the words that we use. Dream big dreams. Work big. There are no hard and fast rules to success, only hard work. Eliminate excuses. Let go of a day, even if you have made blunders. Just let go, because tomorrow is a new day. Know your inner self. Success has come even to people with certain kinds of limitations. Take stock of your life and play well. Plenty of opportunities are waiting for you to make use of them. In the end, I quote Rumi, the famous Persian Sufi mystic. Measure yourself. No mirror ever became iron again. No bread ever became wheat. No ripened grape ever became sour fruit. Mature yourself and be secure from a change for the worse. Become light. Rumi. In other words, live beyond the ordinary. To spin in success: 1. How would you treat others normally? 2. How can you change yourself to be the person you want to be? 3. Name some positive attitudes you will cultivate in your life. 4. Name some positive affirmations you will use in your everyday life. 5. What kind of visualization will you consciously give the mind every day? 6. Do control my thoughts in regards to my life. 7. Do L have unrealistic expectation from life? 8. Can I cultivate peace of mind whenever I feel annoyed? 9. How do I spend my buzz moments? 10. Do I rigidly stick to my views? Or am I tolerant of other people's views and opinions that are different from mine?
अभी आप सुन रहे थे ये पुस्तक बक ब्लू पर। आपको ये किताब कैसी लगी कमेंट में हमें जरूर बताएं। साथ ही स्क्रीन पर दिए गए सभी प्लेटफॉर्म्स पर हमको फॉलो करना ना भूलें। धन्यवाद।